What is up, guys? I just finished up with the M3. Got all the carbon on it. Well, some of it so far. Got a couple more things that we're gonna add to it. We'll talk about it in a little bit. So all of the carbon that I ordered, you guys, is from SUVNEER. I'll have it linked down below, but I actually ordered 3 different style lips. I wasn't quite sure which one I'd like the most. And also, it's never a bad thing to have backup lips just for insurance. So if I break this one, I have a couple more that I can try that are different styles. In addition to the carbon fiber, I also have the Euro bumper at home. It's unpainted. So that's kind of why I wanted to test some of these out on my bumper that is kind of messed up. This bumper has some indentations in it. It also has the amber reflectors, which are going to be deleted on the Euro one. So I didn't feel too bad about just drilling a bunch of holes into this one. As you guys saw, I also did nuts and bolts. Always do nuts and bolts when you guys are putting front lips on, or you will 100% lose the lip if you're just using self-tapping screws. Self-tappers in 3M is just not enough on something that's going to be getting this much downforce. Ask me how I know. So you guys also saw that I removed the front bumper in order to put that lip on. Initially, I did test fit it with the bumper on, but it just didn't seem to fit quite well, and I think that that has more to do with my bumper than the actual lip itself, because you have to remember, when the bumper is on the car, it sort of warps the bumper or just bends the bumper into a certain way. But as soon as I removed the bumper and put it on the bumper stand, everything fit perfectly. It lined up really, really nice. You don't have any unusual gaps. It looks really cool. Another thing that I was trying to do with the carbon fiber is, this was the only front lip that came in 1x1 carbon fiber weave, and my side skirt extensions also came in 1x1 carbon fiber weave. So I figured I might as well run this one first, keeping it sort of uniform all the way around. I actually also have a 1x1 weave rear diffuser. I have not put that on yet. However, I'm also going to be removing the rear bumper in order to put that on, just to make it fit a little bit better. Furthermore, I did actually ceramic coat the entire car. I did it off of camera just because I sort of wanted to get down to it and make it happen. But the same ceramic coating that I used for the entire car, I used for all the carbon fiber, and that was provided by Parks Car Care. I'll have all that linked down below for you guys. You guys can tell me down below which lip you preferred the most. I think the one with the holes in it is like the GT4 style lip, I want to say. And then there was one other one that sort of like wrapped all the way around. It looked like this one, but it sort of wrapped all the way around over here. I didn't love the design of that one. This one I liked the most. I think it looks like the most uniform for the car. And my only gripe with that GT4 lip is it sticks really far out. That seems to be the lip that the majority of the guys run with these cars. So I just wanted to try this one, and I think this one actually looks really nice. It's pretty subtle, not too crazy. It sort of matches the flow of the side skirt extensions. Side skirt extensions are super basic. No crazy wings to them, no crazy bulges in the carbon. It's just literally a flat piece of carbon. Nice little added touch to the side of the car. I think it looks really nice. That's one of those things that you really notice in person, though. On camera, they don't really stand out. Also makes the car look a little bit lower. However, I will say, when you are jacking up the car, side skirt extensions can be a little bit annoying. But if we have an issue down the road, I'll just take them off. I really didn't plan on doing all of this carbon fiber on this car. First, I was like, maybe I'll just run a front lip. Somehow I ended up with a trunk, diffuser in the garage, side skirt extensions, the front lip. I don't know what happened. But I think it's tasteful. I don't think it's over the top. The trunk is a little bit much, but I think once we paint match it, it's gonna look a lot better. The exposed carbon doesn't look bad by any means, but it is kind of a lot. It's a lot of carbon in my opinion, and I think it's gonna look way better once it's actually paint matched. This car, dude, the paint and everything on this car looks so freaking good. Like, from when I bought this car to what it is today, it's only been like a month, and this thing looks completely different. The only eyesore are the wheels, dude. The wheels are in tragic shape. Now, I do have some wheels that I am going to be putting on this car, some new wheels. They are not here yet, so I might actually just have these refinished in silver, because I can get them redone, like repowder coated really nicely for not that much. And personally, I'm just really over the all black on black setup on these cars. I want something a little bit more traditional. But yeah, overall, man, I am freaking so in love with this car. This car makes me so happy. I don't know why, dude. It's just like these older E92 M3s with like the V8s. They're just like a unicorn, man. They're just so different. This is undoubtedly a very special car, in my opinion, especially with the way that the most of these cars, like now that are on the market, are just completely clapped out. And the ones that aren't are worth a ton of money. So it feels really good sort of saving one. Like, this was in really bad condition, and we're starting to just bring it back to life, and you can really just already tell the difference in everything that I've done to it. Also, I know a lot of people weren't fans of the no tint, but dude, no tint is the way. It looks so good on these cars, like these older cars. I think they look a lot cleaner without the tint, and I love seeing the inside of the car. I think it looks so freaking good. So yeah, man, this thing's really coming along. I'm very happy with the progress of it so far. Got a couple more things up my sleeve for it in terms of modification, but yeah, we're gonna keep it pretty light, dude. Honestly, honestly, I'm just really excited to get this thing back on the road and actually drivable. Even though I've had this car for about a month now, I have hardly driven it. First off, the brakes were really bad. I finally just got the brakes sorted out the other day. I really didn't film any of it, and I'm sorry about that, but it was kind of mundane work that I had to do to the car. I ended up buying all new calipers that were used from one of you guys, actually a subscriber, who shipped me out his old set of brake calipers. So I replaced all of the brake calipers. I ended up doing steel braided brake lines from Turner Motorsports, and then Keys Motorsports sent me out some EBC red stuff pads, and then my buddy Hendel from CES helped me bleed the entire brake system with fresh fluid, and this thing is good. It finally brakes. I was scared to drive this car for a while because it had no brakes and the car would hardly stop. It was super dangerous, so I just kept the car in the garage and didn't really get to enjoy it much. Finally, I can start driving it a little bit more. My only final concern, which is going to be fixed tomorrow, is that the motor mounts are so bad that the oil pan is sagging and resting on the sway bar. If you have a higher mileage S65, it's time to do your motor mounts and your transmission mounts. Just take care of them. So obviously, rod bearings, big discussion in this car. We are doing all of that tomorrow. Rod bearings, ARP bolts, the whole gamut, as well as motor mounts and trans mounts. Gonna get a complete refresh on this engine, and then we're gonna dive into some other things like idle control valve, throttle actuators. I'm gonna refresh all of the pulleys and the belts, and then I'm also gonna knock out the water pump. So we're gonna be doing a lot of work on this thing to just make it real good so I can just drive it and enjoy it. Anyways, yeah, nothing crazy in this video, you guys. Just a couple little carbon fiber accents. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, check out those links down below. But as always, guys, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.